Well. Okay, done. Hello, my sweet charms. Warm greetings to all of you. Welcome to Diksha Karnataka YouTube channel and Diksha Vedantu. So, how are you guys? I know that you guys are doing well, and a most important topic from so long we are waiting, that is 30 questions in 60 minutes. That is nothing but your most important and repeated questions in repeated chemistry questions. Okay, so this is your master teacher Nirmal sir from Diksha Vedantu. I'll be teaching you today the most important and repeated questions of your chemistry for your CBSE board 10th. Okay, so get excited and get your pen and book ready and let's get started. Before starting, let me show you, that is 1 second. Okay, before starting, I want you guys to like, share with your friends and subscribe the YouTube channel and press the bell icon and YouTube comment. Okay, please comment, this is most important, and commenting is the most important, so that the people will reach out and let us know. Okay, now coming back to today class, we'll be studying with first with the multiple choice questions. Next, we'll be starting with assertion and reasoning questions, and next we'll be starting with subjective, that is SAQ and LAQ. So we'll be covering all the important chapters in all the important chapters under the chemistry. Okay, and important questions, the most repeated questions under your multiple choice question, assertion and reasoning, and SAQ and LAQ. Okay, hi, good evening Vaishnavi. Good evening, Kartikote. Rachita, good evening. Okay, so now let us start with today's class with first multiple choice question. Okay, in the end of this multiple choice question, I'll be asking you the score. So how many right answers you have scored before I tell the answer? So how many of you have scored, I need in the chat box. Okay, so let us start with this first question. Which of the following pairs of metal is extracted by electrolytic reduction of the molten ore? Now they're asking about which of the following pairs of metal by the electrolytic reduction. Now it can be extracted by the electrolytic reduction. Now we know that in the electrolytic reduction will happen only with the metals which are highly reactive. So which are the metals which are highly reactive? That is nothing but your, now let us come to the options. That is nothing but your first option number A says iron, zinc. We know these are not at all are high reactive metal. Coming back to next option, that is sodium. Yes, it is a highly reactive metal. Next, it is a copper. No, copper is also not a highly reactive metal. Next comes with the magnesium and palladium. No. Next it comes with the potassium. Yes, and sodium. Yes, and we know that potassium and sodium are the most highly reacting metal, and this will undergo with the electrolytic reduction. Right? This will undergo with the electrolytic reduction. Therefore, your correct option will be your option B. Option B will be your correct answer. Okay, very good Vaishnavi, very good Rachita, Harshvardhan and Gautami. Very good guys. Now your correct answer will be, that is sodium and potassium. Now next, the electronic configuration of three elements, that is what they're telling, the electronic configuration of three elements here, X, Y and Z, they're telling. Okay, what is the electronic configuration? 2, 8. Okay, this is 2, 7 and this is 2, 1. These are the electronic configuration. Clear? Now here is a tip. Please write down this tip, because I don't know whether you have studied or not, but I am gonna give you a tip in this. That is metals are classified whereas they have a valency of, that is 1, 2, 3. In the outermost cell, if the valency is 1, 2 and 3, if the valency is 1, 2 and 3, therefore those are known as metals. If the metals which is having a valency of 5, 6, 7, those are known as non-metal. What they are called it as? Those are called as non-metal. Clear? Those are called as non-metal. Among this, now let us classify which are metal and non-metal. Okay. Now their option A is telling, they are telling which of the following is correct. We have to find out which is the correct answer. Now they are telling option X is a metal. Now X is a metal. It has a outermost valence electron says 8. Therefore, it is a not metal. Option A is wrong. Option A is wrong. Now coming back to Y. Y is a metal, that telling. Again it is 7, 5, 6, 7. It is a non-metal. Therefore, option B is wrong. Next, coming back to Z. Z is a non-metal, but its valency is 1 and 1 means it is a metal. Therefore, Z is also wrong. Now you can give the correct answer. Very good dears, very good. Your correct answer is Y is a non-metal and Z is a metal. Whereas Y is non-metal because it is having a valency of 5, 6, 7, that is a non-metal. Therefore, coming back to Z, it is a metal because valency is 1. Okay. Therefore, your correct answer will be option D. Guys, again I am telling metals and non-metal valencies are very important. Please write it down. Okay. Please write it down. Now coming back to the next question. Now, reaction between. Guys, sometimes in your CBSE board 10th, they ask like very common language. They do ask the question. Sometimes they twist the question. So be careful for this. Be careful for this. Okay. Now let us see how this question, we can decode this question very easy. That is nothing but reaction between A and B forms a compound C. Reaction between A plus B will form the compound C. A loses here, A loses the electron and B gains the electron. It gains the electron, it loses the electron and it forms the compound C, that is A plus B minus. It loses the electron, it gains the electron. Therefore, option, that is compound C is formed with this kind of compound. We call it as what kind of compound? That is ionic compound. Everyone agree, right? This kind of compound we call it as ionic compound. Which of the following properties is not shown by C? Now we know that ionic compounds have the unique property. Example, if I tell the properties of ionic compound, it has high melting point or high boiling point and it conducts electricity and it also occurs in solid. It actually occurs in solid. It occurs in solid. Now let us see the option. What does this option says? That is, it has high boiling point. Okay, high boiling point, I agree with this. Now we have to find out which of the properties is not shown by C. C is an ionic compound. Ionic compound, which of the properties which is not shown by C is, now next is, has lower melting point. We know that it has higher melting point. Therefore, option B is not shown by C. Therefore, it conducts electricity in the molten state. Yes, it do conduct and occurs as solid. Yes, it occurs as solid. Therefore, your correct option is nothing but your option B is your correct. Sorry, option B is your incorrect property for the ionic compound. And in this question, your correct answer would be option B, that is has a low melting point, which is not the property of an ionic compound. Okay, bachcho? Now let us go with the next question, that is option B. It is has low melting point. Now very important question in this. Okay, now let us see this question is very important. Okay, now this question is very important because most of the time this question has been repeated, and every time most of the students will do wrong in this question. Okay, so make sure you listen to this question properly. Now let's start it. Salt P. Now we will break this question very simple way. Okay, salt P is commonly used in bakery product. Which is the salt you always see that which is used in the bakery products? That is salt P is sodium bicarbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is nothing sodium carbonate. So this will be your option. Okay, I'll take in a different color, that is P. Now let us see with the what does the second question say. On heating, P gets converted into salt Q. Now if I heat this, it will get converted into salt Q. We know that when we heat sodium bicarbonate, it forms sodium carbonate, that is nothing but your washing soda. So here what does it form? It forms Na2CO3. This is a salt, so they are stating it as Q. Okay, I'll state this as Q. Clear? I'll state this as Q. Now after stating this as Q, this which is used in removal of hardness of water, that is washing, and gas R is evolved in the reaction. When I heat this, which gas is evolved here? Which gas is evolved? Here with this, it is carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Therefore, I'll take this as an R. R is carbon dioxide. Clear? Now, carbon dioxide is evolved with the water molecule. Now, what they're telling? See, the gas R when passed through a freshly prepared lime water. What is lime water? Lime water is nothing but your calcium hydroxide. So when I pass this, now let me see, when I pass this with calcium hydroxide, I'll pass this with calcium hydroxide, that is, okay, I'll take the eraser so that it will not get confused. If I pass this carbon dioxide with the lime water, this is your lime water. What does it happen? What does it forms? Now, it turns the milky due to the formation of, yes, based on the above information, which of the following inference is incorrect, they're asking. Now, what does it happen? When carbon dioxide is reacted with lime water, it turns the lime water into milky, formation of calcium carbonate. What does it forms? It forms calcium carbonate, that is nothing but your, yes. Now, among this, now let us see which is the correct. Now, they're telling P is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, this is also correct. Now, and B, Q is NaOH. Now, we know that Q is sodium carbonate. Therefore, your incorrect is option B is your incorrect. Therefore, R is carbon dioxide gas, correct. And option yes, that is option D, yes, is a calcium carbonate, it is correct. Therefore, your correct answer would be incorrect answer for this question will be, that is option B that is B is not NaOH, it is sodium carbonate. It is sodium carbonate. Okay, dear, very good, very good. Now coming back to the next question, dry pellets of X. Now I'll be taking this dry pellets of X when kept in open. Now I'll take this pellets means small pellets, like a chips it will be. Okay, I'll take this and I'll keep it in open, and it absorbs moisture and turns sticky. These pellets will absorb moisture and turn sticky, and this property we call it as, it is nothing but this Dry pellets X are known as deliquescent in nature. Those are deliquescent in nature, and the compound is the product of chloralkali process. Very simple. When it comes to the chloralkali process, what do you mean by chloralkali process? That is nothing but it is undergoing chlorination as well as alkylation. Therefore, chloralkali process. Therefore, very simple. And this pellets you would have, if you would have visited your lab, if you have gone to your lab, you can easily see this. Okay, those are nothing but your sodium hydroxide, which will turn into a sticky because this is deliquescent in nature. Therefore, your correct option will be option A. Clear? Guys, keep counting your numbers. Keep counting in your numbers. Once it is done, once MCQs are done, I'll be asking how many of you scored. Okay, now let us check. Now, how many structural isomers can draw from pentane? Guys, very important. Here I'm gonna give you a fantastic tip. Please keep in your mind. Okay, now they're telling that is how many structural isomers can be drawn for pentane. That is for pentane, how many structural isomers can be drawn. Now, look into this. That is nothing but your, 1 second guys. Okay, cool. Now, how many structural isomers can you draw from this? That is nothing but your, so what it is pentane? They're asking pentane. What is pentane? It is an alkane. Everyone knows alkane's general formula will be CnH2n plus 2. Now put n is equals to 5. Because it is pent, it is 5. C5H, 2 5s are 10 plus 2. It is nothing but your pentane is having a formula of C5H12. This is your pentane formula. This is your pentane formula. Now you have to identify number of isomers. Now let us identify number of isomer. So number of isomer formula is nothing but your 2 to the power of n minus 2 to the power of n minus 4 plus 1. This will be the formula. Now find out the number of isomers on this. N is equals to find. Put the n is equals to find and find the number of isomers. I'll be waiting guys. Now tell me which is the correct answer for this. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. Now your correct answer is nothing but your option B. Very good guys, you have given the right answer. That is 2 to the power of 5 minus 4 plus 1. It is nothing but 2 to the power of 5 minus 4 is 1 plus 1. Therefore 2 to the power of 1 is 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. That is option B is your correct answer. Therefore option B will be your correct answer. Clear guys? So option B will be your correct answer. Very good Sumukh, very good Gautami, very good Vaishnavi, Harshvardhan, and I don't some very good. Okay, now coming back to the next question, that is nothing but your the IUPAC name of this. The most of the time they ask this IUPAC name, so please make sure you keep in your mind. Okay, the IUPAC name of HCOOH. What do you mean by COOH? Everyone know what is the functional group of this name? It is nothing but your carboxylic acid. This is your carboxylic acid. What do we call it as carboxylic acid? As oic acid in your IUPAC system. Oic acid. Clear? Oic acid. With this oic acid, we know that there is only one carbon atom. So carbon atom, in the carbon chain, if there is only one carbon atom, what we call it as meth. Therefore, you know the correct answer, right? Correct answer you know, that is option B is your correct answer, because it is meth and oic acid. It is nothing but your methanoic acid. Okay, it is very simple answer, that is nothing but your methanoic acid. It is methanoic acid. Now coming back to the next question. Now here guys, everyone, I want everyone. Okay, yes, Sumuk, thank you so much. Yes, dear, I know that formula is very, very useful. Very, very useful. Thank you, dear. Now, in this also, I'm going to give you one amazing trick. Amazing trick. Okay? Okay, amazing trick. Okay? So, what does it tell? That is, select the oxidizing agent for the following reaction. Now, let us see what is the reaction, that is H2S hydrogen sulfate plus iodine gives rise to 2Hi plus sulfur is out. Now, everyone look at this. We have to tell which is the oxidizing agent here. Which is the oxidizing agent? Now, look at the board. Now, I'm going to give you a tip, pro tip I can see. Removal of hydrogen is nothing but your which process? Removal of hydrogen is nothing but your oxidation. Keep in your mind. Removal of, sorry, it is again not removal, it is addition. Now, addition of hydrogen is nothing but your reduction. Okay, nothing but your reduction. In this, very good, you guys already gave the answer, but let's see. Now, removal of hydrogen is oxidation and addition of hydrogen is reduction. Whichever it is undergoing oxidation, it is termed as, it is nothing but, it is a reducing agent. It is a reducing agent. Okay, it is a reducing agent. Now, whichever it is undergoing reduction, it is nothing but your oxidizing agent. The element which is under making hydrogen, accepting the hydrogen, that is nothing but your oxidizing agent. Now, very simple, I want you guys to answer me this. This is your tip. Please keep in your mind, this tip is very, 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 very important. Now, on this, let us check the answer. Now, hydrogen, here it is sulfur. So, what does the sulfur do? Sulfur removed the hydrogen. Here from the sulfur, they have removed the hydrogen, they have removed. Okay, sulfur से ना hydrogen को remove कर दिया. Now, think what that is up. Now, iodine is accepting the two hydrogens. The two hydrogen was removed by the sulfur, which is being accepted by the iodine. Now, sulfur, which is removal of hydrogen, is oxidation. The process is oxidation. Then the sulfur is treated as what? It is reducing agent. What it is? Reducing agent. Now, iodine is addition of hydrogen is happened to the iodine. Therefore, this reaction is reduction reaction, and the iodine, whichever accepts, it is nothing but your oxidizing agent. Therefore, option B will be your correct answer. Was it helpful? Students, tell me, was it helpful for this? This trip was helpful for you guys? Please mention. Okay. So, this is your correct answer will be option B will be your correct answer. Okay, guys. Now, coming back to next question. Now, this would be the last question I can say. Which salt is acidic in nature here? Which salt is acidic in nature? Okay, very important question. Now, look at this. Which salt is acidic in nature? Let us see. Now, guys, everyone know how the salt is formed. Acid plus base gives rise to salt plus water. Everyone understood? Now, the same thing, if I take a strong acid and strong base, what we get the salt as? A neutral salt. This reaction is also called as neutralization reaction, which you have studied in class 7th also. This is your neutralization reaction, everyone know. Now, let us take option A, that is NaCl. NaCl is a salt. If I add water, that is H2O. See here, H2O is a water. I can write it as H and OH minus. H plus and OH minus I can write. So H plus and OH minus will give dash. Let us see. Everyone look at this. Again, for the option B, that is ammonium acetate, that is CH3, COO, NH4. I might take little time for this. H plus and OH minus. I'm writing the opposite reaction. What happened? So we can find out which salt is acidic. Okay, which salt is acidic. Okay, now coming back to NH4Cl, when reacts with H plus OH minus will give rise to what? And option D, that is KCl. Potassium chloride, when it reacts with H plus and OH. This is H plus and OH minus is nothing but your water only. Don't get confused. Okay. Okay. Okay, dears. Now let us see that is NaCl plus H plus and OH minus. Okay. Now let us start with this. So now we know that Na plus Cl minus CH3COO plus CH3COO minus NH4 plus Cl minus K plus Cl minus. Clear? Now let us see. H will go with the minus, it forms HCl plus Na plus OH, so it forms NaOH. I'll write like this. Next, it forms an, obviously it will form a carboxylic acid, that is acetic acid CH3COOH plus it is forming NH4OH. Now again here what it is forming? NH4OH and HCl. HCl plus NH4OH. Therefore, here again it is forming KCl plus HCl. Sorry, KOH. One second, guys. It is forming KOH plus HCl. Now, everyone knows that which is the salt is acidic in nature. Here it is forming strong acid and strong base. It is the salt is this option A, salt is neutral salt. Now, coming back to option B, it is forming acetic acid, a weak acid and a weak base. Again, it will form a neutral, but basically it will not form a neutral, but we can tell it as neutral salt. Now coming back to option C, HCl is a strong acid and NH4 is a weak base. Now HCl is a strong acid here, therefore we can say that NH4Cl is an acidic salt. It is acidic in nature. Therefore, coming back to option D, that is KCl, that is KOH is a strong acid, strong base and a strong acid. Again, it is a neutral salt. Again, it's a neutral salt. Therefore, option B is the only thing which is having an acidic salt, that is nothing but that is NH4Cl. Therefore, your correct answer is NH4Cl. Clear? NH4Cl. I hope this question has understood you guys. Understood, guys? Now tell me how many of you have scored out of MCQ question. I guess 9 MCQ question. Out of 9 MCQ question, how many have scored out of 9, or how many of you have scored like below 5? Let me please post in the comment box. Tell me how many of you have scored all the questions have correct. I'll be waiting for you guys. Okay, now let us see. I'll be checking with your comments. Now the next, we have done with our MCQs. Now I'll be going with assertion and reasoning question. Guys, you know, every time Gopi, that is 5 only sir, Okay, not at all, but you have understood all the right? Yes, it was useful. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, very good, Harshvardhan. 7 out of 9. Very good. Now you have already know these questions, and I'll tell you 95% to 100% this type of question or same type of question which was repeated are the chances of coming in your exam. Okay, coming in your exam. Now coming back to assertion and reasoning type. Assertion and reasoning type. Now let us go with the assertion and reasoning type. That is nothing but your first assertion is burning of natural gas is an endothermic process. Guys, they're telling burning of a natural gas is an endothermic process, but it is not. We know that it is an exothermic process. We know that it is an exothermic process. Heat is liberated. Heat is liberated. Very good, Sumukh Hegde. Again, 7 out of 9. 9 out of 7. Very good. Now that is first assertion is burning of natural gas is an endothermic process, they are telling. Okay, but it is an exothermic process. We know that that assertion is actually a false statement. Now reason. Methane gas combines with oxygen. What? Methane gas combines with oxygen, that is CH4. When it is undergoing oxygen, what does it forms? It produces carbon dioxide plus water, that telling. Carbon dioxide gas. This reaction we call as combustion reaction. Combustion reaction. Okay, this reaction we call it as combustion reaction. Therefore, let us see which option gives the correct answer. Both assertion and reasoning are true. Therefore, we know that assertion is false. Therefore, option A can be your correct answer. Now coming back to both assertion and reasoning are true. Again, option B can't be your answer. Now coming back to option C, assertion is true, wrong, because assertion is wrong here. Now coming back to option D, it says assertion is false, yes, but reason is true. Therefore, option D is your correct answer, guys. Option D is your correct answer. That is nothing but your assertion is false and reason is true. Next question, same assertion and reasoning type. Assertion says sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now everyone know what is sodium hydrogen carbonate. That is nothing but your sodium bicarbonate, that is NaHCO3. That is nothing but your NaHCO3 is used in the ingredient as antacid, as it is used as an antacid. Everyone know it is used as an antacid. And reason, sodium bicarbonate is a mild non-corrosive basic salt. Mild non-corrosive basic salt, that is. Non-corrosive means because if it goes into our belly, it is not forming any corrosiveness, or else it will not tearing your tissues part. So it is a non-corrosive. Therefore, both assertion and reasoning seems to be true. And I believe that is reasoning is the correct answer. That is reasoning is the correct explanation of assertion also. Therefore, let us see. Therefore, we can give the correct answer. That is nothing but your option A is your correct answer. That is both assertion and reason are true, and B is the correct explanation of A. B is the correct explanation of A. Clear, guys? Clear? Very good. That is option A is your correct answer. Now, silver articles. Next question. Next question. Silver articles become black after some time when exposed to air. Now they are telling silver articles become black when it is exposed to the air. So you see, even I am wearing some silver ornaments here. So after some days, what happened? When I took this ring, it was very, very shiny. After some days, when it was exposed in the nature, exposed into the air, it start becoming little tarnish, like little black. So it is yes. And coming back to option, reason, that is silver is very less reactive. It will not react with the air more, but it is good. But I can say that this would be not the correct explanation. It is a different explanation. Now let us see what is the correct answer for this. Both assertion and reasoning are true, but R is correct explanation of A. No, I don't believe this. But R is false. No, either of it is not false. Both are true. Therefore, correct answer is option B. Option B is your correct answer. That is both A and that is both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not correct explanation of A. Therefore, option B is your correct answer for this. Okay, clear? Now, these are the most important assertion and reasoning type. Now, let us go with the next topic, that is nothing but your subjective part that is nothing but your short answers questions and long answer question, that is SAQs and LAQs. These are, I have not in this, I'll be explaining the most important, and it is 2 marks, 3 marks, 5 marks questions are also included. 2, 3 and 5 marks questions are also included. Clear? Okay, now coming back to next, let us solve. Give an example of decomposition reaction. Now guys, they're asking give some example for decomposition reaction. You guys know very well what is decomposition reaction, and describe an activity to illustrate such reaction by heating. Okay, such reaction by heating. Now okay, they are telling we have to illustrate an example with the reaction which is by heating. Okay, so now let us see. Now everyone know, let me take an example, that is a fresh example other than the what I have given in the answer. Let me give you the correct example or very good example, that is ferrous sulfate crystal. Ferrous sulfate crystals are pale green in color. They are pale green in color. They are in pale green color. What happens when ferrous sulfate crystals, if I take a crystals in the test tube, you can write down this diagram also, that is also fine. This is your ferrous sulfate crystals which is pale green in color. Pale green. Now I'll heat this crystal. Okay, now I'll heat this crystal. So I'll be using some burner. So there is a burner. I'll heat this. There is a holder. So with the holder I'll heat this. What does it happen? What does it happen? Now this green color crystal, so I'll mark it as green color only here. Green color crystals. Why after heating, what happened? After heating, it turns into Fe2O3, that is an iron 3 oxide, which is in the white color crystal. It forms a white brown, like dirty white. It will give into the dirty white brown crystals. Okay, therefore this is the example you can illustrate. Now we have to write an example of decomposition reaction for this. Now let us write a formula for this. Okay, what happens with this? When an FeSO4 crystal, it is with the hydrated, so when it is heated, it gives FeSO4 because it will remove the hydrates. So this is your FeSO4. When FeSO4 is heated, what does it give? It gives Fe oxygen 2 and 3. Yeah, that is Fe2O3 plus SO3 plus SO2. Okay, it gives SO3 and SO2. It gives SO3 and SO2. Therefore, this is your white color crystals. This question they will ask for the 3 marks. Very important. Okay, very important. This question they will ask for the 3 marks. This is your another example with the lead nitrate and the lead oxide and nitrogen dioxide and oxygen is formed. You can give, or else you can use the same example which is very known example Very simple example, and this type of questions they keep on asking in your in your exams. Now next is identify the type of reactions taking place in each other following cases and write the balanced chemical equation, and there what is the type of the reaction, what type of the reaction it is, and write down the balanced chemical equation. Now zinc reacts with silver nitrate to produce zinc nitrate and silver. Zinc reacts with AgNO3 silver nitrate to give rise to ZnNO3 twice plus it gives 2 molecules of Ag. Here it is 2 molecules of Ag. Now this is your first reaction. Second reaction balanced already. Potassium iodide, that is potassium iodide, when it reacts with lead nitrates, PbNO3 twice. When it reacts with this lead nitrate, what does it forms? It forms potassium nitrate. That is, it forms potassium nitrate with 2 balance, plus it forms an lead iodide. What does it forms? Lead iodide. Therefore, which type of reactions are this? Which type of reactions are this? This above reaction is, we call it as single displacement reaction, or we can write it as displacement reaction only. Single displacement reaction. Here it is, down it is double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. We also call it as precipitation reaction for this. We also call it as precipitation reaction for this. Therefore, this are the two, and you get this for the 4 marks question. 4 marks question. Guys, clear? This is your 4 marks question. Now, let me check with the next question. See, this is your answer. You can note it down. Okay, yeah. Next question, write the chemical formula for washing soda. Now, write down the chemical formula for the washing soda. After writing down the chemical formula for the washing soda, you have to write down how it may be obtained from the baking soda and name an industrial use of washing soda other than washing clothes. Okay, so these are the important thing. So now let us break the questions. Now let us break this question and check with this. Write the chemical formula for the washing soda. What is the washing soda? You know that sodium carbonate. That is Na2CO3 plus decahydrate. Okay, write down, it is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Sodium carbonate and decahydrate. Clear? Sodium carbonate and decahydrate. With this, now let us see how it may be obtained from the baking soda. So how it is obtained from the baking soda? We will take the baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is nothing but a sodium bicarbonate, 2 molecules. When it is heated, which I have already shown, that it is forming Na2CO3. It is forming Na2CO3 plus H2O plus carbon dioxide. It is forming H2O and carbon dioxide. When it reacts with the 10 molecules of water, it forms Na2CO3 dot 10 H2O. This is your reaction. Okay, now coming back to name an industrial use of washing soda other than washing clothes. Please understand, other than washing clothes, what it is useful. Okay, now coming back to it is used in the removal of hardness of water. Everyone know it is used in the removal of hardness of water, and it is also used in the borax, that is nothing but a preparation of glass industry, some utensils, glass utensils and all, or glass waste it is used. So these are the applications of this. And coming back to, that is, you can check with this. And the next question, a compound which is prepared from gypsum has a property of hardening when it is mixed with the proper quantity of water. It will mix with a proper quantity of water. Identify the compound. write the chemical equation for its preparation and for what purpose it is used in hospital. Okay, for what purpose it is used in the hospital, we'll be looking into it. Okay, 1 second. Okay guys, okay, for what purpose it is useful in the hospitals, we have to check. Now coming back to the same part, let us study what is gypsum. Everyone know, right? What is gypsum? It is a kind of a same chemical formula, but chemical formula is little different. It is little different when compared with the plaster of Paris. Now let us check. Now first it is write the what is they're asking, which is prepared. Identify the compound. What is the compound? Everyone knows it is a plaster of Paris, that is POP. It is a plaster of Paris, that is POP, and the chemical formula is calcium sulfate with half hydrate. Okay, now coming back to write the chemical equation for its preparation. Now I'll take the gypsum. Gypsum is nothing but your calcium sulfate with 2 molecules of water when it is heated at higher degree Celsius, that is 100 degrees Celsius. It is heated at 100 degrees Celsius as well as Kelvin scale, that is 373 Kelvin. It is heated. What does it form? It forms calcium sulfate with half H2O plus it forms 3 by 2 H2O. Now we have written this. For what purpose it is used in the hospital? For the fracture bone, for layering the fracture bones, to keep in intact this plaster. So we use this POP. Okay, we use this POP. Therefore, it is your correct answer. Okay. So guys, sorry, it is a hemihydrate, that is 1 by 4. Sorry, it is 1 by 4. It is hemihydrate. Okay guys. Okay. Now coming back to blue litmus solution. Now the next question is, blue litmus solution is added to 2 test tubes, that is A and B. Now let me take this blue litmus solution. Okay, the blue litmus solution is added to the 2 test tube A and B. I'll take this blue color only. Now this is your test tube A and this is your test tube B. Now containing dilute HCl, NaOH as separate. This blue litmus solution, in this test tube it was already having a dilute HCl. It is having dilute HCl and it is having dilute NaOH. Okay, this is nothing but your base, this is nothing but your acid. When blue litmus solution reacts with an acid, blue litmus, when it reacts with an acid, the color changes, right? The color changes, yes, right? It changes from the blue to red. It changes from blue to red. When it is reacted with the base, there is no color change. And state the color change we have given. Why it is not giving the color? Because blue will reacts with an acid to change as a color red, and it is not changing here. Clear guys? Clear? Now coming back to the next question, that is the pH. Next is the pH of salt used to make tasty and crispy pakoras. That is nothing but a crispy pakoras and all you guys make, right? So what is the salt is used, and is pH of that is 14, and identify the salt and write the chemical equation for the formation. List its 2 uses. Okay, this is very simple question. So what is the salt we use? The salt we use is nothing but your sodium bicarbonate. That is nothing but your baking soda, and it can be prepared by the Solvay's process. How it is prepared? By the Solvay's process. Everyone know what is Solvay's process, right? Everyone know what is Solvay's process? That is NaCl, that is ammonical brine solution, MaCl plus H2O plus NH4. This we call it as ammonical brine solution. Ammonical brine solution, when it is reacted with carbon dioxide, what does it form? It forms NH4Cl and remaining is sodium bicarbonate is formed. Sodium bicarbonate is formed here. Clear? Sodium bicarbonate is formed, and write down its two uses. What it is used for sodium bicarbonate? It is used as an antacids, and it is used in bakeries, bakery products, and it is also used in soda type of extinguisher, that is fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers. Okay, very important guys, very important. It can be used in such types. Okay, this is the again the same question, whatever I have done, the same answers is this. And coming back to next is, what is meant by refining of metals? Next is, what do you mean by refining of metals? Now let us check what do you mean by refining of metals. That is nothing but name the most widely used method for refining of impure metals produced by various reduction process. Next, describe with the help of label diagram how which method can be used with the refining of copper. They are asking with the copper. Clear guys? Now let us see, refining of the metals are nothing but here after the extraction process. After the extraction process, there will be impurities will be there. To remove these impurities, we use refining. So which is the widely used method for the refining? That is nothing but here electrolytic refining. Electrolytic refining we use. Okay. So now with a neat label diagram, you have to check. With a neat label diagram, I will be showing you the neat label diagram. That is nothing but here. This diagram you can check, and I can leave for the screenshot. You can take the screenshot. So this is your neat label diagram. Now let us jump for the next question. That is nothing but here. What is termite process? Very simple. Termite process. Where this process is used? Where this process is used, write the balanced chemical equation for the reaction involved. What is termite process? Termite process is nothing but a process where thermal, that is heat is required. So it is nothing but a thermal, which is heat is required. So this is your very important. So this what a thermite, you can write it down a very good answer which is there. This is 2 marks question, and write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction involved. If I take the reaction, if I take iron 3 oxide, that is iron 3 oxide, when it is reacted with the decomposition reaction, process is your decomposition, that is metal decomposition. If I use an aluminium solid, what does it happen? When iron 3 oxide, when it is reacted with aluminium solid, what does it form? It form aluminium oxide plus aluminium oxide, and it will form 2Fe and plus here heat is evolved. Heat is evolved. Okay guys, so this is your correct answer. Now coming back to the next question, the atomic number of an element X is 11. Atomic number X is nothing but your 11 means how it is 2, 8 and 1. Element they are telling. So 1 is the valency, it is a, we can conclude that it is a metal, and it is nothing but your 2, 8, 11, that is, it is sodium metal. Now write the electronic configuration of S, that is 281, you know. Find its valency. Valency is 1, so it is a metal. Write the formula. Write the formula and nature of its oxide. Formula is sodium, and nature of its oxide. Sodium metal is sodium metal is 1 and oxygen is 2. So cross link this. So what does it happens? It forms Na2O. Therefore, this is nothing but your from metal to metal oxide is formed. Therefore, this will be your nature of its oxide is nothing but your, it is basic in nature. Therefore, it is basic in nature. Keep in your mind, it is basic in nature. Okay, so this is your answer, 3 marks question. Now write down the electron dot structure for ethyne and give the difference between covalent compounds and ionic compounds. Now let us see. Draw the electron dot structure for ethyne. So before going to the electron dot structure, always my tip is write down the chemical formula, that is C2H2, C triple bond, H single bond, H single bond. Now let me write down the dot structure like this, C and C and H here and H. I'll represent the dot structure for H as dot here and dot. For carbon, I'll represent it as X. Okay, so this is your one bond, so it is forming here. So among this, it is three bonds, 1, 2 and 3. Clear? Now let me write down the dot structure. So this is dot structure is right. So now this is forming one bond here, one bond here. Now this is forming another bond here, and here it is forming another bond here. Therefore, this is your electron dot structure. Therefore, you can go with the next, you can check with the electron dot structure as this. Okay, and the difference between ionic compounds and covalent compounds, it is already there. That is, covalent compounds are formed by the mutual sharing of an electron, but here it is complete transfer of an electrons. This is your one. And second, covalent compounds have comparatively low melting points and boiling points. You know that ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. Now option C, covalent compounds are generally non-conductors of electricity, whereas ionic bonds are conductor of electricity in the molten state. In the molten state. Next. This question we have already discussed in the previously. This question we have already discussed previously. Again, I am gonna teach you very fast. That is, what is the color of ferrous sulfate crystal? Everyone know it is a pale green color. It is a pale green color. What does it color change after heating? Some ferrous sulfate with hydrate, after heating it forms Fe2O3, it forms white color. So it forms white color. Name the products form of the strongly heating the ferrous sulfate crystal. Fe2O3 plus SO3 plus SO2. Clear? Done. Next, what type of chemical reaction that occurs in this chain? What type of chemical reaction you can see? So here it is basically, we can see the type of chemical reaction is sulfur trioxide and sulfur dioxide is formed. Okay, so next is define the term is structural isomerism and explain why propane cannot be explained in this property. Simple, I'll tell. What is structural isomerism? Everyone know what is structural isomerism, right? That is nothing but here it has the same molecular formula but different structural formula. Then those are known as structural isomers, and the phenomenon is called as structural isomerism. Why propane cannot be exhibited? See, propane is having 3 carbon atom. If I write in a straight chain, it is a straight. Again, if I write like this, again it is a straight chain only. If I write like this, because of its arrangement, we cannot the structural isomerism cannot be explained with the with the propane. Clear? The same thing it is written here, different arrangement, not possible of different arrangement. Here, this is your definition, this is your answer. Now, what is the next higher homologue of CH3, C3H7OH? So, homologue C3H7OH is plus CH2. If I add, what happens? C4H9OH. So, this is nothing but your propanol. This is nothing but your butanol. It is having a butanol. So after butanol, write the structure of butanol. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Last OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 9 hydrogen. Clear? This is your butanol structure. Very simple. Now coming back to the next question. Very important. By seeing this, you can give the correct answer. Okay. So by seeing this, you can give the correct answer, guys, because we are ending towards the class. So I'm going little fast. Okay, let us see. Match the reactions gives column A and name the column B. Okay, last one question is there. Let us do this. Alcohol plus carboxylic acid. Everyone know it is forming an ester. Therefore, it is an esterification reaction. Okay, so option 1 is esterification reaction. Esterification reaction. Here, addition of hydrogen in the presence of nickel is known as addition reaction. Therefore, that is 2 is addition reaction. Therefore, CH4Cl2, here in the place of H there is a Cl is added, therefore it is a substitution reaction. Therefore, C is substitution reaction. CH3OH NaOH, it is forming a sodium ethanoate plus water, therefore it is nothing but your neutralization, the salt. So acid plus base gives us salt plus water, therefore fourth one is neutralization reaction. Therefore this is your correct answer. Okay, this they have asked, every time they have asked this question. Now this is your last question and it is very simple question which everyone knows. Name the following groups which is having a functional groups among this. Among this, CH3CO it is there, again it is a hydrocarbon, therefore it is a RC double bond O R dash, that is nothing but your ketone group. Everyone know it is a ketone group. Now everyone know what is COOH group? It is a carboxylic groups. It is a carboxylic acid group. Now CH3CH2CH2 CHO, it is nothing but your aldehydic group. This is your aldehydic group, and CH3CH2OH it is there, therefore OH is nothing but your alcohol group. Alcohol group. So these are the important questions and important things they have asked repeatedly in your class. And guys, I hope this session was very useful. Please give me this comments if it is useful. Please share it with your friends and your close friends, whoever in the college or whoever in the school groups. Please share that so that all the students can analyze this video and they get used for these questions. And I'll tell you this, 95% to 100% I'm gonna tell this type of questions gonna come in your CBSE board 10 and you will be so happy from this session. And I thank all my students who have joined this live session and who are seeing this. And my appeal is, whenever you have done with the video, please like the video, share the videos and subscribe the channel with the bell icon and comment on the video. Okay, wherever you have liked, and please comment on the video. And coming back to, thanks for watching guys, thanks for watching, like, comment and share. Today your Nirmal sir signs off. So मन से भी निर्मल, बातों से भी निर्मल. See you soon. All the best for your exams. Have a great day. Bye.